Hi, Fabrizio.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, and you?
All fine, all fine. Thank you. Thanks again for the invitation. Pleasure to be here.
Okay, and Thai fans all missed you, Fabrizio, and always
Thank you.
following your news reporting. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay,
Big love
so
to Thai fans. Thank you.
okay, thank you. For about first question about Mason Greenwood, from what I know until this moment, United surely want to let him go at this summer. And what's the situation at this moment between all the teams that show interest in signing him, and who is the most advanced in the deal so far?
Yeah, I can confirm that Manchester United absolutely want Mason Greenwood to leave the club. They are open to two solutions: permanent transfer or loan with obligation to buy. So it's basically the same thing, maybe with different payment terms. But in any case, Manchester United want to find a solution for Greenwood, and also the player is keen on leaving Manchester United. So he's going to leave. Now, Man United are considering several opportunities. 2 weeks ago, Benfica asked for the information to bring in Mason Greenwood from Manchester United, but the package is too expensive for Benfica in terms of salary, in terms of transfer fee. This is something that Benfica can't do, and so at the moment everything is off between Benfica and Manchester United for Mason Greenwood. It's true that there is interest from Italy. Mason Greenwood is one of the players who's been on the list of Juventus for several weeks, but then Juventus never presented the formal proposal because they are still assessing all their options internally. They are waiting to understand what happens with Federico Chiesa, who will decide his future only after the Euros. So for Juventus, Mason Greenwood is not an instant topic, but it's something that eventually could be open, I think, around July, not before than that, so not this week. And there is also genuine interest from Lazio. It's the reality that Lazio are interested in Greenwood, but at the moment Lazio are not in a position to offer what Manchester United want. What I'm hearing is that for Man United, the package of the Mason Greenwood deal is £40 million plus a really important sell-on clause. So they want really important money and also the guarantee to receive good money from the future transfer of Mason Greenwood. So at the moment it's not easy because of Manchester United request, but there is interest from Italy, interest also from other countries. So I think United will take their time before deciding the best option on the financial point of view.
Okay, thank you. The second questions: United next centre backs. Who is the most prominent candidate with the best chance to come at United? Before this, Tosin Adarabioyo already decided to join Chelsea, and also Jean-Claire Todibo transfer seems to get blocked by UEFA that you mentioned earlier. And Gerard Brandwaite deal seems to be not sensible at the moment. You mentioned about Gonzalo Inacio earlier, with United interest in him, and some German source mentioned Matthijs de Ligt. How about their situations?
Yeah, look, let me clarify first of all that Tosin Adarabioyo was never close to joining Man United. Was one of many options, but was never a priority for Manchester United. The real priority was Todibo. Todibo was really close to joining Man United. From what I heard, he had an agreement on the contract. Obviously, the clubs share the same ownership, so there was no need of a negotiation. Everything was fine on the club side. So Todibo was really close to joining United, but then when Man United won the FA Cup at Wembley, playing Europa League football next season means that because of UEFA rules, the deal can't happen. So at the moment, is everything off for Jean-Claire Todibo, but he was the man they wanted for that position. So that's the reality. Then the first bid for Brandwaite was rejected, but I think Manchester United internally are still considering Brandwaite as one of the potential targets for the new centre-back. So I would keep the name on Brandwaite because the player is very keen on joining Manchester United. The personal terms agreement is not an issue at all. So Brandwaite is waiting for Manchester United, but it really depends on Everton. Everton, according to Man United, have to drop their request. Can't be £70 million. Let's see what Everton will decide to do with this possibility. But Brandwaite remains one of the names. Let's see what Man United will decide to do in terms of money and in terms of negotiations conditions. Then for the other names, Gonzalo Inacio is one of the players they like, but he's left-footed, and so before going for a left-footed centre-back, Man United priority is a right-footed centre-back. So this is the idea of the club at the moment. So Gonzalo Inacio is a player they scouted, the player they like, but not something super imminent. And for the other options, including Matthijs de Ligt, I would also include Bremer from Juventus. These are all players that Manchester United could discuss internally. Bremer is already on my United list in terms of scouting the player since long time. They've been scouting him for months. So he's one of the possibilities for Manchester United. But also, important point to mention on Matthijs de Ligt is that Bayern are open to let him go this summer. So if Bayern receive an important proposal for De Ligt, he could be on the move in the summer transfer window. Let's see what Man United will decide to do, because at the moment they have not started the proper negotiation with Bayern, but we know the link between Erik ten Hag and Matthijs De Ligt. But at the moment, nothing more than this for Matthijs De Ligt.
Okay, thank you. And how about the striker situation? If United cannot strike a deal with Joshua Zirkzee, so any alternatives?
Yeah, there are alternatives for sure, because Man United were thinking of Šeško, but the deal didn't happen because of the contract extension. Man United took information on Zirkzee at the moment. As of Monday, they are not in advanced talks to sign Zirkzee. They made contact on player side. They made contact to understand the release clause. How does it work? Till when the release clause is valid? 40 million euros. And from what I'm told, the clause is valid till mid-August. So there is plenty of time for Manchester United to activate the clause in case they want to. And they also made contact on player side to understand the cost of the deal in terms of salary and also commission. Milan have an agreement with Zirkzee on the contract, but not on the commission. So this is another crucial point of the story. So let's see what Man United will decide to do with Joshua Zirkzee. He's one of the possibilities. In terms of alternatives, I think they appreciate several players around Europe. So they are still assessing all the options internally. For example, in case they decide to go for an experienced striker, Ivan Toney could be a possibility to consider from Brentford. Is a name they already discussed internally in the recent months, but at the moment they have not started any concrete negotiation, any concrete talk, because they still want to understand what happens between obviously Joshua Zirkzee and other options they have for the striker position. But Man United for sure will bring in a new striker. At the moment, still thinking about what they want to do with Joshua Zirkzee.
Okay, thank you. And how about midfield situations? About Casemiro, is he gonna stay or move out? So if Casemiro is depart from United, how about the situation of Yusuf Fofana or João Neves, or about Sofian Amrabat or Amadou Onana?
Yeah, all the names you mentioned are in a different situation. First of all, Casemiro, I still expect him to leave Manchester United. With Saudis, at the moment, there is still no agreement on the contract, so there is still some work to do between Casemiro agents and the Saudis and Manchester United, because Man United are still looking for a transfer fee, obviously, for Casemiro, so there is still work to do, but there's still an option open for Casemiro to go to Saudi, and I still expect him, in any case, to leave Manchester United this summer. In that case, for Man United, there could be the possibility to bring in a new midfielder. On Amrabat, they have still not decided. They have still some time, still some days to decide on the buy option for Sofian Amrabat. The player would be super happy to stay at Manchester United, so it really depends on United now what they want to do for Amrabat. And in terms of other options, the dream target of Man United is João Neves from Benfica. They love this player, but they also know he's very expensive. So at the moment, I think he's unlikely or really complicated. 120 million euros release clause, and Benfica at the moment have no intention to negotiate for that. So I think it could be complicated. Edson Alvarez from West Ham is one of the options they discussed internally with Erik ten Hag, who knows the player so well because he was with him at Ajax, so could be one of the options for the holding midfielder. But at the moment, still nothing concrete in terms of talks. It's just an internal conversation and assessing all the options. I think it really depends on what happens with Casemiro, with Amrabat also, because on Amrabat they have to make a decision. The player is waiting, and so if Casemiro is leaving and also Amrabat, I think Man United will be busy with the midfield this summer.
How about the situation in the left back and the right back?
Yeah, right back at the moment is not a top priority because it will depend on what happens with Wan-Bissaka. There is interest from Turkey and also from Italy. So for Wan-Bissaka, it will depend on what kind of proposals he will receive, but nothing is imminent yet. And in that case, Man United can go for a right back, but at the moment it's not something like a priority. Left back is a priority. Man United want to bring in a new left back, are planning to go for it. Milos Kerkez from Bournemouth is a concrete possibility because they made contact on player side and not yet on club side. It's not that easy because Bournemouth want to keep the player at the club and maybe sell him in summer 25 or 26. So not so easy, but Kerkez is one of the names they have on short list. Not the only one. The player would be keen on a move to Man United, even without Champions League football. He's tempted by this possibility, but I think in any case, because of the injuries of Luke Shaw and Malacia, Man United want to bring in a new left back.
Okay. The last questions. Do you have specific information about Van Nistelrooy? So you report yesterday that Van Nistelrooy have to choose between Burnley or United, but one Dutch source said hour earlier that Van Nistelrooy has chosen United. Can you confirm this? And what is the role that he's getting offered from United, and how much do you rate the chance that would eventually end up with United?
Yeah, I think there is a very good chance. From what I'm hearing, United are still waiting for the final decision of Ruud van Nistelrooy, but they are confident because he's really tempted by this possibility. Man United would include him in the staff of Erik ten Hag as an assistant coach. Then let's see, the specific role is not clear yet, but for sure they want him to support Erik ten Hag. They want to make some changes in the staff. They are offering ten Hag a new contract and also some changes in the staff as crucial part of the conversation they're having with him. So I think there is a very good chance. It's not done yet, but there is a very good chance. What I heard is that there were already direct contacts between United and Ruud van Nistelrooy. He's tempted because he also can feel the love of Manchester United fans for him. Since I broke the story the other day, I see on social media my United fans going crazy, and Ruud can see all of this. I can guarantee that. So also feeling this big special moment with Manchester United fans is an important point. He's tempted. I think there is a very good chance this week the situation will be clear, but there is a very good possibility to see Van Nistelrooy returning to Manchester United.
Okay, Fabrizio. Last question. You visit our channel for about 2-3 years, but my question is, when will you visit Thailand sometimes?
I hope soon. I hope really, really soon. Now, it's really busy for me, so it's not easy. I would like to be like 3 or 4 Fabrizio so I can be everywhere, but unfortunately it's not possible. But I will really visit in the near future. Is one of my places where I want to go, and so for sure I will visit all of you soon. And thanks again for all the love you're always showing for me. I'm trying to do my best also for all the Thai fans, and thanks for your love.
Okay. So pleasure to talk with you again, Fabrizio, and
Thank
hope
you,
to see
thank
you
you.
again next time. Okay.
Whenever you want, here I am. Thank you, my friend.
Okay.